Hello, how's it going, guys? And this is episode 5 of this survival server series called DefineCraft. So, you may be thinking, Crimex, what have you been up to? It's episode 5. You've built a house, you've built a few farms, right? You've built some crop farms, you built some sheep farms, some cow farms, basically some wool or leather farms, right? And what else could we potentially be needing? And what we will be needing, in fact, is something you can already see on me. As you can see, if I go into my inventory, we have a chest plate, but we have also a helmet and some unenchanted boots. So all of these are currently unenchanted, and including the axe and the shovel. And the problem with that is that even though they are unenchanted, they surely should be, including the armor as well. But the problem isn't the lapis, but the actual XP levels, which unfortunately we do not have a, I should say, temporary or even permanent XP source. The main source of me getting XP is going caving and killing mobs, and obviously breeding animals here and there and then killing them, continuing that process, and that's how basically I get levels here and there. And on the start, I did go for a fishing a little bit, but obviously that is it's gonna be a very slow process. And yeah, guys, we need to actually step up our game here. So this picture, what you are seeing currently right now in the top left hand side of the screen, is actually called an XP smelter for kelp, right? And what it does is basically it smelts kelp, and then it slowly smelts it through a smoker, I'm pretty sure, because it's edible as well. So it slowly but surely cooks, right? And it goes down into that bottom chest, and from there, you can basically get it out of the smoker, and the smoker thinks that you obviously are collecting everything that has smelted so far, even into the bottom chest. And it's a little bit of a bug. It's a little bit of a thing that Mojang should fix. But Bedrock is known for its lags and is known for having all those kind of things we can use to our opportunity before Minecraft notices and before they get rid of it. So, for example, in Java there is TNT duping, and yes, the Mojang community said that TNT duping is okay, but you never know. What if there is something in the future that gets invented? Then what if it actually will get removed? You never know. So I think we should probably build that in today's episode to have a very but surely good XP source. And by the way, when I mean a very good XP source, if I take out one single kelp from this XP source, it might literally even give me like 5 levels. So we could potentially go from 0 to level 30 in like under a minute. And I am not kidding when I say this. The only bad thing about it is, however, is that number one, we do not really have a safe and particular place where we could put that machine in. Yes, we could maybe blockade one house, or I shouldn't say blockade, but like make space. So like for example, remove one floor, have it as a big floor, for example. So what I mean is, if we continue going up here, up these stairs, is that we remove the ceiling and then we place it onto one side. But the disadvantage of that, obviously, is that, yeah, it's just not going to fit because it has doors on every single side, which is, yes, not really relevant to this building and what kind of farm we want to put inside. So our only option is to either, number one, build it underground somewhere beside our base so we could have it nice and easily accessible, or number two, we build another kind of house which could potentially take even longer, and then we place it inside. I do not know which one just yet I could potentially do, But I think that we may as well go with the underground thing, just because it's going to take a lot less, and once we get it, we're going to get some good enchants and good armor, and the entirety game of Minecraft will be way easier to play because we have better enchanted gear, obviously. So one last time, once we get this smelter done and ready, it is going to be absolutely OP. It's going to be an absolutely OP smelter. It's going to give us like up to 0 from 30 levels in literally just a few, like under a minute, like literally under a minute. I'm not kidding when I say this. But besides that, I do really think that we are going to hit a time lapse very soon. But I just have to say that that build is, it's not really something I can put on the time lapse, just because of the fact that it takes me a lot of time to click through and to kind of follow the tutorial, and it'd be kind of a really slow process, to be honest with you guys. So in theory, we can just have in the time lapse me collecting some resources, and then I will show you the final product. So let's hit super fast build mode and let's absolutely smash this. Did enjoy that time lapse, was absolutely fantastic. And yes, you might be wondering, well, CrimeX, why are you in the skin of Alex? And that is unfortunately a bug, but hopefully it gets fixed soon. So besides that, let's just go to first person. And in the time lapse, this wasn't actually included because once again, this would take so long to put in the time lapse to build and to stuff. The amount of times I had to go into the nether to gather resources and stuff. But look, we got a beautiful garden here with some added bushes, which obviously were already here, but some added grass and some nice greenery. Obviously, some little more sugarcane with a nice water right here. And obviously, this is on every single side. And once again, this fountain design, as I said, there was pretty much only an uneven kind of blockish type amount on YouTube, because the way fountains work usually is that you have one source block on the top which you place, and then the water flows down its own pathway and then it goes right in. But I guess since it was an even mountain and a fountain, not mountain, and we had to do this, then obviously, yeah, it's just kind of work out like this. But I like it a lot. Then besides that, right over there, we got some, as you can see, some pathway action going on here, which I added. This pathway is a very nice design. I used to watch Pixel Riff, so I kind of got inspired from him. And he's also a wonderful survivor gameplay or let's play or whatever you want to call it player, and he is absolutely fabulous too. So he taught me a lot in terms of Minecraft and stuff when I used to watch his survival series. And yeah, this really inspired me, and it's absolutely amazing the way you can mix these block textures around. And obviously we got some nice, not trapdoors, but pressure plates, I should say. So if you go in, bam, closes right behind you. What an unbelievable idea. And anyways, the main part that was not in the time lapse, because it was a secret, as you can see, going right into this fountain, you may notice there is some trapdoors, and underneath those trapdoors, down in the distance, down there is a hidden secret. Bam! What an unbelievably beautiful room we've built here. And you may be wondering, well, Crimex, you've just built this room, and what is it for? What does it do? And well, right now it does not do anything, but as I said in the start of the episode, we will be doing an XP smelter. So as you can see, for this layout right here, this is pretty much where I want the XP smelter to be. And in terms of which block palette we're going to use, I'm not sure. I would maybe not use something that's similar to this. I'd probably go for something brighter, just so it stands out. Because obviously this wall is kind of plain right now, and yes, it's going to get covered because this smelter is going to be around this area right here. But I would probably go with purple, maybe another color, I'm not sure. In fact, I think we're probably just going to go into a little bit of a kind of cut here, and we're probably just gonna do what we do, and we'll be right back. So cut has been made, and yes, look at my XP bar right now. It says 76, right? Well, you know what, guys? Oh my goodness, we are going to be so advanced in this world that you can't even believe it. Like this is phenomenal. This is absolutely stunning. How crazy this machine is, which by the way is right here. Here we are, and oh my goodness, it has literally been at least a day and a half since that last cut. And yeah, a lot of progress has been made, but I will slowly run you through how this entire system OMG actually works. So first of all, we got a infinite kelp kind of motor right here. It basically creates kelp infinitely. So if we switch these trapdoors here, just like so, we climb up here, there we go, and this kelp can actually get zero ticked, which by the way, zero tick actually still works in Bedrock, which is the good thing. And if we go down here, we press that lever. I think we need to actually go here. Okay, there we go. It is going to be a bit loud, but as you can see, it will start to zero tick the kelp. I'm going to put this off for now just because it's loud. And yeah, it's slowly but surely, if I can, geez, not this, open this right here, flows in, as you can see. So what that does is then obviously smelts it up, and I've smelted up right underneath this. If I break this real quick, an entire, oh my god, you can't even see it. Basically all this chest here is full to the brim with kelp, which kind of makes these smelters fake or believe that it's literally smelting, or like I basically put out an entire double chest of dried kelp out of this one single column, even though I'm just putting out a little bit. Literally one is enough, and we're already at 77, and our like level is enormously high. Look at that. So we're like a third way through, then we come here, we're like, see how fast this is? Like this is mad. This is just mad. So we can get levels very, very efficiently with this. Besides the machine itself, which is once again absolutely fabulous, Here's a little bit of an armor stand kind of view kind of thing, which we will be putting some armor stands on. Obviously some extra kelp storage. I don't necessarily know how a creeper would get here, but let's just say it does. We got a ton of items that have been used for this project right here, as you can see, from literally from slime balls to redstone to magma cube, or not magma cubes, to magma blocks to just regular cobblestone. The ceiling I absolutely admire and love. Also another armor stand set. Behind here is just some simple redstone and a nice wall, which we will probably never see, but Crimex always furnishes every single spot of his base or creations. And as you can see right here, obviously more kelp storage. I think this was just a nice kind of feature we added here. If we continue on to here, this is not yet finished, still under construction. We will eventually have an enchant setup right here. The wall and the ceiling, the floor, absolutely amazing stuff right here. And by the way, this is proof that, look, my skin is literally Crimex, like it's my original skin. But as soon as I go into the game, it's Alex. I don't know why that's a bug or why that's a thing. But you know what, guys? We got a lot of XP levels, but we don't have books, or we don't really have the time for actually enchanting stuff. And I know you might be disappointed, but I think you will be very glad that you see this episode as soon as possible, because oh my goodness, this episode has to come out like to you guys so you can see it, because it has been around 5 days since this episode has come out, and I said that usually tend to stick with at least every 4 days. So with that said, we have done an amazing amount of progress, and in the next episode you are going to see as to what enchantments we get on our sword, on our armor, on everything, and you are going to be absolutely fascinated. So with that said, we are going to unfortunately end this episode. Make sure to subscribe to ExoPulse, which will start recording soon once it gets a little bit of a better setup and some good headphones, some better quality and other stuff kind of thing. Subscribe to, obviously, my friend VYDE MC, which also has been doing a lot of progress recently in his base, so make sure you go and subscribe to him as well. And then last of all, obviously, subscribe to Crimex, because once again, absolutely amazing work has been done. But we will end this episode off for today. So hopefully, guys, you did enjoy this episode, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!